White people. How? As I smoke my peace pipe. White people were invaders. You took our land. Shut the fuck up. What? Shut up. You were actually conquered. It was conquered. Conquered. Not stolen. Conquered. By the way, it wasn't your land. You never civilized. You never made any cities. You didn't make any towns. There was no civilization until the settlers came in and did what white people do best, is settle the land, plow the land, till the land with their blood, sweat, and tears on the Oregon Trail and all of these different ways that they settled the frontier. Okay? Despite having dangerous people with the possibility of jumping out of the bushes and scalping them at any moment. Okay, so that's actually what happened. So we didn't steal your land. It was conquered, and we actually bought it because white people are nice. We gave you the option, you know what? We'll give you some treaties. You know what? Even though we conquered you, unlike other tribes that would just, evaporate them into thin air, we were like, you know what, you can have your reservations, and we will give you a check every month. So people, unless they commit a felony, Indians basically can live without having to work.
I'm unapologetically pro-white and proud to be white, and I'm happy to admit it. I find it absolutely outrageous and very racist that other groups of people have connected my love for my people with hatred for them. It's absolutely ridiculous that you think that I can't love me and my community without hating you. I'm not interested in living a life full of hate, but I am willing to hold everybody accountable. And I'm going to hold people accountable whether you like it or not, because this is our country, whether you like it or not. We founded it, we built it, and we run it. See, I don't hate black people or the black community, but I do have a problem with black violence, the lack of black accountability, and the black degeneracy that has been spread throughout society. I don't have a problem with Hispanic people or the Hispanic community. I have a problem with Hispanic foreign invaders invading my country to take advantage of my people. I have a problem with them starting foreign gangs and bringing foreign, deadly drugs into my country. I have a problem with 50 to 70% of Hispanics living off of welfare while making illegal income in my country to send back to their people. I don't hate Asian people or the Asian community, but I have a problem with just about every Asian country scamming the shit out of white people. I don't hate Muslims and Arabs or the Muslim Arab community, but I do have a problem with them attempting to conquer us through religion. I have a problem with domestic abuse, child marriage, female genital mutilation, and terrorism. I don't hate Jews or the Jewish community, but I have a problem with them using their power to take away rights from my people. I have a problem with them using media to push an agenda, education to push indoctrination. I have a problem with them going out of their way to disarm my people, take away rights from my people, take away the right to freely associate from my people, using the media to push an agenda. I have a problem with them training other groups on how to siphon the wealth from white people. I have a problem with anti-whiteism and Jeffrey Epstein targeting white children. My biggest issue with these different groups of people is how they have all simultaneously worked together to try and take everything from us after we gave you opportunities that your people never could have. Not only did we allow you to come into our countries and give you opportunities, but we also went around the world and freed many of you from your own people. We united you, we educated you, we gave you unified language, we gave you infrastructure, and we helped you build your own countries. Now white people are at the point where they can continue to allow people who hate them to take advantage of them, or they can stand up for themselves. It's my personal duty and responsibility to make sure that I stand up for my community, and I will never apologize for that.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakwakwadosh. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone. Shalom to mighty Aki and Wakwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakaw coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this dumb broad talking, or these dumb broads talking about this shit. And hold on, I just remembered, because I wanted to get this while he was talking. And that's the thing, I always remember certain precepts on, like, not the first time I watch the thing, but the second time, like during the actual recording. So Slakia, but yeah, so when I do stuff like this. But anyway, let me read this and then I'll get into it. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is set among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Basically, the thing here is that Esau is, number one, this is in reference to Esau Edom, because number one, Esau, or America, whatever you want to call it, Babylon, they are known for their pride. All it is just, oh, American pride, white power, Pride Month, all that stuff. Like this country, not this country, but Babylon, or the West more specifically, both America / Canada, they are nothing but pride. All right, that's number one. And Esau Edom is the one that perpetuates said pride, as is his custom. All right, especially given those two and their and what they were basically talking about in being proud of who they were. In addition to that, of course, we all know that Esau dwells in caves and stuff like that. The cave dwellers, the Caucasus Mountains and stuff like that. And then finally, they over here it says in verse 4, though exalt thyself as an eagle, America's national bird, or whatever the frick it's called, is the eagle. And then it says, though thou set thy nest among the stars. That is the thing. The thing about America is their flag has stars in it, and I just find it so beautiful how YAHAWAH just does all this to set these people up to expose themselves and snitch on themselves. Anyway, continuing on, as I was saying, when it comes to the stuff that they were saying, the stuff that they were saying where they have all these issues. She's saying she doesn't hate black people, but she wants to hold, or the black community, but she wants to hold them accountable for the stuff that they do. I find it so hilarious how people want to say, oh, we need to hold black people accountable, we have to do this accountability X, Y, and Z. But well, where is the accountability for what you did? She mentioned all these different stuff that white people are being oppressed in this ways, this, that, and third. But where is all the accountability that the white people have not taken when it comes to what they did to not just the so-called black people, but all the other people? Some history for you. Obviously, people know about the enslavement of so-called black people. I don't really need to talk about that too much. But did you know about? You probably don't know, but did you know about how the so-called Native Americans, they were separated from their families. They took the kids and they sent them to like boarding schools to re-educate them, to make them assimilate onto their ways. And they made the women, the married women, the women and non-married women go forcefully get married to Edomite men, while sending the men off, go work over here as a slave or something like that in this completely different area, so that we can go and take your kids and your wife and do what we want with them. All right. And then what else? The Chinese in America, a lot of people don't know this, but some Chinese people were slaves on railroads in America. All right. And then there's also when it comes to Iran, Iran was attacked by America unprovoked. So there is that, and there's more. But unfortunately, I don't remember the shit that happens with World War I and World War II. But they're acting as if they were these paragons of righteousness, when in actuality, America has the history of initiating conflict and starting problems. So all this shit about, we're helping you, we civilize you, all that shit, no. And on top of that, they smelled like a twerk team trap house. All right, they didn't know how to fucking wipe their own ass. They still don't take proper showers. Most of them, they smell like shit. They even openly admit that, oh yeah, we don't I don't shower. When I shower, I don't wipe my ass. I don't spread my ass cheek. I just let the water hit me and hit my body, and that's it. Like, that's all. That's what a shower is to me. This is them, their people, admitting that online, revealing all their bullshit and whatnot. All right, saying, oh, I didn't learn to. There was this one Edomite woman that said, oh, I didn't learn to shower until black people taught me, and X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. Like, it's ironic how they're talking about all this shit, and it's crazy how the first bitch was talking about, oh, you guys didn't civilize, you guys didn't settle. Like, what are you talking about, settle? Like, she's stupidly thinking. I don't know if I could say the R word because I don't know if this video will get taken down, but she's stupidly thinking that if you don't make a city, then that means that you didn't settle, you didn't make. Like, what type of dumbass logic is that? All right, like that's just the dumbest thing ever. I don't know, Slakia, like the type of stuff that comes out of these people's mouths. But anyway, again, like, all this stuff that they are saying, all this stuff that they are just making outrageous, outlandish claims about, it's just so crazy to me, because like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you talking about? All right, like, anyway, continuing on, I just want to make sure. No, fuck it. Let's just continue on. John 8 verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was murdered from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Basically, the first woman was like, oh, well, number one, she was changing history. She was acting as if as if she didn't murder a bunch, or she was acting as if so-called white people did not murder a bunch of Native Americans. They did not lie in order to win wars. They did not make treaties that they constantly broke every freaking time they made a treaty, because that was the thing. When it came to the war between the Native Americans and the Edomites, they were actually contesting them. They were actually, having difficulty. There was no clear winner at first, but the Edomites got an upper hand after they said, okay, you know what, since we're not getting anywhere with this war, let's just agree to a peace treaty. And then the Native Americans said, oh, sure, fine, whatever, peace treaty. They agreed to it, and then the Edomites broke the peace treaty in order to get the upper hand. So then what they did was they poisoned their water. They stopped them from being able to access food and stuff like that. So they were basically starving them and doing all this stuff, going completely against the peace treaty that they made in order to gain an upper hand. When the so-called Native Americans had lowered their guard, then that's when the Edomites took advantage of that, and then they were able to gain the upper hand and eventually win. So that's what actually happened. There was no bullshit. All that shit about, oh, we gave you this, we did this, that, and third, or whatever. Again, like, it's like she's either willfully ignorant, or she's intentionally just lying to change what the reality of stuff is. And the crazy thing about that is that Edomites, they don't care. They want to hear this type of stuff. They want to hear that their people are these great people, that their people did not do all these evil stuff. They don't want to hear about, as a matter of fact, they were trying to say, they're trying to remove Native American history from their history books. All right, I'm pretty sure if you can check that out, you can look that up actually. Remove it from the curriculum. That's basically what they were saying. Numbers 35 verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. They murdered a whole bunch of Israelites, the so-called Native Americans. All right, they defiled the land, and the land, it needs to be cleansed from the blood of the land needs to be cleansed by shedding the blood of the murderer that shed the innocent blood in the first place. So the blood of the Israelites, it's defiling the land. So, and basically it's just a parable, metaphor, whatever, for something wrong was done. Evil has happened. And the way to fix it is by killing the person that initiated the problem in the first place. All right. Hence, Esau, Edom, getting his just desserts for killing our people, the so-called Native Americans, which are the Israelites. As Exodus 5 verse 23, would justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Everything that happened, the facts, the truth, it's just like they just do not want to hear facts. And the second one, she is so like intentionally, I think that she's intentionally insincere to be saying all this shit, or she is fucking stupid. All right, because how, like, genuinely, she said all this stuff. I just want to make sure I get it.
I see that has been spread throughout society. I don't have a problem with Hispanic people. I do have a problem with black violence, the lack of black accountability, and the black degeneracy that has been spread throughout society. I don't have a problem with Hispanic people or the Hispanic community. I have a problem with Hispanic foreign invaders invading my country to take advantage of my people. I have a problem with them starting foreign gangs and bringing foreign, deadly drugs into my country. I have a problem with 50 to 70% of Hispanics living off of welfare while making illegal income in my country to send back to their people. I don't hate Asian people or the Asian community, but I have a problem with just about every Asian country scamming the shit out of white people. I don't hate Muslims and Arabs or the Muslim Arab community, but I do have a problem with them attempting to conquer us through religion. I have a problem with domestic abuse, child marriage, female genital mutilation, and terrorism. I don't hate Jews or the Jewish community, but I have a
that last one irrelevant because
problem with them using their power to take away rights from my people. I have a problem with them using media to push an agenda, education to push indoctrination. I have a problem with them going out of their way to disarm my people, take away rights from my...
Okay, yeah, we're done. Okay, now it's so hard because I don't want to go through all this one by one, but I kind of have to. I kind of want to. Anyway, let's just start with the black.
Whether you like it or not, we founded it, we built it, and we...
No, you did not find it. So, look, this is why it's so fucking... This is why she's just dishonest or stupid. They're both dishonest or stupid. Look, you did not find shit. You saw that the Native Americans were there, and you stole it from them. Okay, there's no need to go deep into that. We understand. If you're not stupid, you understand. Now, the black accountability thing. Are there so-called black people that are pushing wickedness? Absolutely. But guess what? Guess who taught them that? Guess who put that on them to do that? Guess who is the reason for all that in the first place? So she's looking at so-called black people with gang violence degeneracy, and then completely ignoring the fact that who's the one that's promoting all this stuff? Who's the one that's promoting the sexy reds and stuff like that? When it comes to black celebrities, like black music artists, for example, all of the degenerate ones, because those are the ones that are pushed out in the forefronts. All right, like Nicki Minaj, what's the other fuck? I don't even know, because these freaking people, NBA YoungBoy, I don't really keep up to date with all of them. I just know, Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's not black, but you basically the point, he's still I think he's an Israelite, and this is what is pushed in the forefronts of our for our people to see. So as a result of that, who is in charge of publicizing this? Who can decide, oh, I'm going to put this positive black artist for people to see rather than this negative black artist? It's, again, the Edomites, because they're the ones in charge. On top of that, you realize that when it comes to a lot of the violence, black on black violence, or just black people committing crimes in general, do you know the leading cause of people committing crimes is poverty? So you put our people in poverty, but then you're going to act as if it's our fault that when we try to make something with our lives, you stop us from making something of our lives with your systematic oppression, and then, okay, well, now it's your fault that you went to this stuff. You should have just died or whatever. It's like it's just stupid. Okay, now I don't want to go too much. I just want to hit each point as quickly as possible.
The lack of black account problem with
Hispanics,
Hispanic people, or the Hispanic community. I have a problem.
I'm pretty sure now. I don't remember the things, so I don't want to talk too much about that. But I know for a fact that when speaking on the matter of Hispanic, specifically Hispanic or Mexicans going to America, when it talks about that, they just took, or these conservatives just took some bullshit ass fake statistic from DJT and ran with it. They didn't actually get any confirmation to what it was. I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm not fully well versed in that, but I definitely know that what she is saying is 90% a lie. All right, and because a lot of them were working, and another thing about that is that they were working for less than minimum wage, so they were being scammed by these white workers. What happens is that a lot of these Edomites, they hire these immigrant workers, especially with the farms and stuff like that. They hire these Hispanics, and because they don't need to, because the Hispanics can't report them to some sort of thing for improper pay or whatever. What happens is they say, okay, well, I'll pay you this time less than minimum wage, and then you want to complain? You want to complain about your wages? Okay, go ahead and complain about it. You're just going to get deported and stuff like that. So because they don't want to get caught, they have to stick with these slave wages or work multiple jobs or try to find another job so that they don't have to worry about getting deported or getting cheated by your people. So once again, it just goes to show how she has all this bullshit information while none of the context behind it. All right.
With Hispanic foreign invaders bringing foreign deadly drugs into my country.
And thank you. I remember now. I remember the Edomites were the one that introduced drugs to other nations. How funny is it that she's talking about drugs? She has the audacity to talk about drugs when Edomites were the one that introduced drugs to the other nations. Hold on, let me actually search that up. It was did Europeans bring opium to Japan? I think it was Japan. Historically attempted to introduce opium into Japan in the mid-19th century. However, unlike China, Japan successfully resisted this influx. So never mind, Slaki, it was not Japan, it was China. So they introduced it to China and they got them addicted. So how this is the hypocrisy in this demonic ass bitch saying this type of shit while pretending like, oh, I never did anything wrong, or we never did anything wrong, we're the good guys and stuff like that. All right, so let me continue on.
50 to 70% of Hispanic people. I don't hate Asian people.
And I literally just talked about the Asian people. They were were working like slaves in the railroad during slavery times and stuff like that.
I don't hate Muslims and Arabs or
Muslims and Arabs. I find it funny how she has the audacity to complain about the Muslims and Arabs when the Edomites literally did the exact same thing with the Crusades, but if not worse, by the way, with as they killed people. What was that? It was oh, are you saved? Basically meant, okay, well, if you don't follow after my religion, we're gonna kill your ass. That's basically how stuff was for them. So again, literal fucking hypocrites. All right, Lamentations chapter 5 verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. And Slakia, oh, that's not what I wanted. But the thing is that, and I'm not even saying this to defend Muslims, Arabs, Asians, and stuff like that. And I'm also not even defending the wicked ass 2/3 ass Jakes. I'm not defending them. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy in Esau Edom when they have the audacity, these dumb bitches have the audacity to talk and complain about stuff when either they did it themselves or they are the direct cause of whatever issues that they were complaining about. All right, Psalms 55 verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. But war was in his heart, his word was softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So she's doing this bullshit as, oh, inspirational music, oh, I care about help, I want accountability, I want love, I want peace, X, Y, and Z, while her people were the causes of so much. Matthew chapter 7 verse 20. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. We see these devils by their works, how evil they truly are. So with that, I pray this system was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BA'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Hashem, MANASSEH, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, about Shalom.